In the charming town of Sweetwater, where the air itself smelled of warm cinnamon, lived a young girl named Pippa. She dreamt of baking perfect pastries, but her Aunt Brittle made her scrub sticky floors and wash mountain-high piles of dusty flour sacks all day long. Aunt Brittle, along with her two selfish children, Crumble and Spoon, cared only for themselves. Pippa, more polishing. They'd sneer, never lifting a finger. They were busy preparing for the biggest event of the year, the legendary golden rolling pin contest. While the others loudly and badly practiced their terrible recipes, Pippa would sneak away late at night when the house was quiet. She would use the leftover scraps and whispered her sweetest dreams into the mixing bowl, creating a perfect, impossibly light pastry she called a starlight soufflé. On the morning of the contest, with a wicked gleam in her eye, Aunt Brittle snatched Pippa's precious ingredients. "A kitchen maid has no business competing," she hissed, and with a heavy thud, she locked Pippa in the dark, dusty pantry with nothing but old jars of forgotten spices. Pippa didn't cry. She took a deep breath and looked toward the back wall. There, taped up and forgotten, was a torn cookbook page, her late mother's secret recipe for the starlight soufflé. It was faded, but one line stood out. "The key is passion." Her fingers searched, and she found a spare, rusty key hidden deep inside a jar of old, dried lavender. Pippa knew she couldn't bake and submit the full dish in time, but she could deliver the written recipe before the deadline, showing her intention. Clutching the paper, she raced through the cobbled streets. Just as she reached the towering grand hall, a sudden, spiteful gust of wind tore the precious recipe page from her hand. It spun and tumbled through the air, landing perfectly right at the polished leather boots of the chief judge, the legendary Chef Auguste. Chef Auguste carefully examined the elegant, precise handwriting and the perfect measurements. "This," she announced, her voice echoing through the silent crowd, "is a masterpiece of composition, even on paper. It has grace and balance. Whose is this recipe for the starlight soufflé?" Aunt Brittle elbowed her way forward, ready to claim the recipe for herself. But Pippa bravely stepped out from the crowd, her voice trembling slightly but clear as a bell. "It is mine, Chef. My mother's recipe. I made one last night, and I can certainly make it again for you now." Chef Auguste gave a genuine, heartwarming smile. "It takes courage to follow your passion, Pippa. You have won the golden rolling pin, not just for the beautiful recipe, but for your brave heart." And from that day on, Pippa finally baked with pure joy, and the town of Sweetwater truly became the sweetest place on earth.